Express Bees, Global Bees, and Firstcry. One is a logistics company, one is a house of brands, and the other is a marketplace for baby products. All of them look different, but they have one similarity. All three of them were built by this guy, Supam Maheshwari. But the rise of Firstcry stands out. Starting in 2010, at the inception of India's e-commerce boom, Firstcry today is a money printer with more than 2,500 crores in revenues. This is how Firstcry disrupted India's e-commerce market. To give you context, India produces over 25 million babies in a year. So there can never be enough baby stores. But solving for 25 million plus babies and their parents is a tall order. And think about especially back in 2010. There were mostly no choices for baby products available in e-commerce platforms across India. And the products that were available were non-standardized and varied in their pricing. Both product quality and its discovery were poor, despite Indian parents needing it the most. And that's what Firstcry set out to solve. You see, the baby and kids industry in India has a turnover of more than 50,000 crores. And 90% of that comes from the offline market. In short, the opportunity was huge. And they started by differentiating themselves. See, if you break down India's baby and kids industry, there are three kinds of players: horizontal platforms, vertical platforms, and unorganized offline stores. Horizontal platforms like Flipkart and Amazon are playing the long customer retention game. They offer a super wide range of products and services that cater to a huge customer base. These players can offer aggressive discounts because they rely on long-term customer transactions. But Firstcry realized that their customers have a limited time frame of need. It generally starts when parents start preparing for childbirth during the 5th, 6th month period and goes up till their kid is 5 years old, post which they don't consider their kids as babies anymore. So the only way to really conquer this space is to build a vertical platform. See, unlike horizontal, a vertical platform picks one category and builds tremendous depth of products, services, and expertise in that category. Plus, Firstcry understood that this is a super anxious time for parents, and especially for mothers who look for specific expertise. So, they established a solid e-commerce website that tackled all baby and kid products. Now, mind you, this is in the 2010s. Being a brand owner in this pre-e-commerce era was a massive pain. To sell your products far and wide, you always needed to rely on distributors and a wholesale network. And the worst part, branding, promotions, and consumer feedback in the pre-social media era was a nightmare for early startups. So, Firstcry, owing to the financial frugalness of its founder, decided to be slow and win this race with efficiency. They started by opening up 4 warehouses in Pune, Delhi, Bangalore, and Kolkata, and handled their logistics with an inventory-based model. With this model, they onboarded local retailers who were able to sell their products across the globe through the Firstcry portal, creating a win-win situation for both Firstcry and the vendor. This not only allowed Firstcry to offer their customers more options, but allowed local retailers to expand worldwide. They cracked this inventory marketplace model in 1 year, but immediately went on to launch an offline store in Gujarat. Why? See, for any vertical platform to succeed, they need to build a moat around their business. And this comes with content, community, commerce, an online-offline mix, and private labels. See, Firstcry's competition has never really been with organized vertical or horizontal players. It's really with the 10,000 unorganized baby and kid retail stores all across India. The year is 2011. Consumer-facing e-commerce in India is booming with a massive 49% increase from the last year. And the market size is at nearly $10 billion. The market is ripe for e-retail companies. Despite all of this, the Firstcry founders took an interesting call to expand into physical retail stores just 7 months into operation. But this opened up a nearly zero-cost acquisition channel. This is super interesting. So we dug further into the insight behind why were they opening physical stores. See, as we discussed, the main threat to Firstcry has never been Amazons and Flipkarts. It has been from retail mom and pop stores. The main reason being these shops have a strong relationship with their core customer, the mothers. These local shops have built a long-lasting relationships with these mothers who are familiar with the store owners, they know the personalized service, and are familiar with the overall shopping experience. Even after the prominence of online retail during this time, more than 90% of organized retail business still took place offline. And this is because India is a touch and feel market first. Plus, the kids category itself is super sensitive. Parents want to be doubly sure about the quality and type of products they're buying. And the second reason is also that customers want to feel more connected. See, online is convenient, but in niche segments like this industry, the sweet spot often lies elsewhere. In India, convenience is one thing, but going out with the family and shopping for kids is an experience that hits differently. So the main challenge for Firstcry lies in convincing customers to shift their loyalty from the traditional mom and pop stores, which is why opening offline stores and capturing that 90% market share made sense. And Firstcry excelled here. To make the shopping experience more premium, personalized and connected, Firstcry collected all their online shopping data and analyzed it to structure their physical stores in a similar way to their online store. And the try before you buy ritual just works in India. It allowed customers to physically interact with products and test them out. And mind you, these products are highly priced. And things like these just build more trust with their customers. Evolving to hybrid from pure play e-commerce is not easy, but this is where an asset-light model helps them. They minimize capex by using the franchise model, where the cost of real estate, interior decor and all these things is all borne by the franchisee, and Firstcry just supplies the inventory. And very interestingly, they had to basically spend nothing on customer acquisition for offline stores because most of their traffic was actually driven from their website. This offline-online strategy is such a master stroke and has influenced the strategy of almost all new age brands like Nykaa, Zivame, Carrot Lane and so many more. And not only this, but Firstcry branding and traffic was so good that it said whenever Firstcry moved into a new area, 3 other similar stores popped up because of the market that Firstcry was able to create. Startups die because they aren't able to crack organic, no-cost acquisition growth that is not fueled by paid ads. At the GrowthX Learning Experience, we tackle user acquisition as a deep dive in the first week itself, covering everything from organic channels, referral design, product integrations, partnerships, and content loops. If organic growth is what you want to learn, along with top growth leaders from the ecosystem, then GrowthX might be the right track for you. The link to apply for our membership is in the comments below. Okay, coming back. See, community and content is probably the most underrated growth lever for platforms like Firstcry, but it's the absolute key. See, a lot of mothers, especially new mothers, come to these platforms like Firstcry for the first time. And here, content drives commerce. See, unlike in horizontal marketplaces where you know what you're buying, guided buying works best in the mom and child space. Hence, the need for content. And Baby Tree in China has already cracked this. It allows parents to engage with one another and exchange tips while also selling them their baby products. They're the largest parenting community in China with nearly 90 million monthly active users. Imagine that. So for Firstcry, their parenting community is essentially a social media altogether. It's a magnet for user-generated content of parents sharing their kids' milestones, sharing tips, and helping each other out. It enables massive organic distribution, and all of this extra engagement on the website leads to compounding purchases. This not only builds core loyal users for them, but builds massive trust while also lowering its customer acquisition costs. See, the baby and kids product market in India is interesting. It generally lacks brand awareness. I mean, think about it. How many brands can you think of when I say kids products? Hamleys, Cap Kids, Johnson & Johnson maybe, but not many. But this current lack of brand awareness opens up unique opportunities for Firstcry, especially private label opportunities. The potential to fill this gap and creating their own private label products into recognizable and respected brands is massive. And they've already set the ball rolling by launching their own label, Baby Hug, for apparels and Cute Walk for footwear. The Baby Hug umbrella itself is vast, with products ranging from apparel to diapers, baby gear, feeding accessories and toys. Mind you, Baby Hug products offer the company 60% margins as compared to just 40% with other third-party vendor products. This gives them massive control over cost and pricing and be super important when they enter tier 2 and tier 3 towns where customers are generally more frugal. I mean, they've launched their first baby hug store in Bareilly, so it just makes sense. Here, think of what Amazon Basics did with private labeling. All of that $1 billion goodness is possible here. And that's how Firstcry built $1 billion e-commerce empire. Alright, that's it for today. I'll see you next Thursday.